Hello, and we have another viewer build today. This was sent to me quite a long time ago, about 6 weeks ago. I promised this person I'd make a video about their build. I've been busy making other videos, so we have here a sorcerer called Tavagos, who is the son of Baldur, a famous red dragon. Although, that's just what Tavagos tells themselves. There's no real way to know it. Maybe it's just self-delusion, we're told. Anyway, this dude has been obsessed with dragons, especially red ones, hence the draconic bloodline, I suppose. And we have picked draconic ancestry red fire, so he is a half-elf. And when he saw the red dragons chasing the Nautiloid, wanted to see them up close, so he just used his magic to foolishly get on board to observe them, which was not really a very smart move. Having got on board, he then lost his powers due to the tadpole. Not worried about it, as he thinks that the mind flayers can't actually affect dragons. He is not really a dragon, but let's not tell him that, eh? Nonetheless, he figures that he will probably see red dragons again if he gets to the bottom of this whole mind flayer business. He's now nowhere near as powerful as he thinks, but his mastery is still second to none. So for a race that is half-elf, I was told, I've actually taken some creative liberties here, or I was given creative freedom, I suppose we could say, because I wasn't told all the details, and that's absolutely fine. So I've gone for a high half-elf to get this one extra cantrip, and I've gone for light, maybe to help out other party members, and red dragons give off light with their fire. It's the only cantrip I can think of that kind of links to fire, because I'm going to be choosing other cantrips. Anyway, so we take the +1 ability score to dexterity and constitution. The appearance I've just made up myself. Class is Sorcerer, draconic bloodline. I wasn't told what cantrips to pick, but I think the first obvious choice is Firebolt. And then I've just gone for some attacking cantrips, because this sorcerer is going to be doing lots of damage. For the spells, I've picked up Chromatic Orb, so he can use the Fire Orb. We don't have Burning Hands here, because he gets it from his draconic ancestry, the red fire, so we've got Burning Hands already. And I picked Jump, because dragons can fly around, and this is kind of the only way he can pretend to be like a dragon, by jumping around. As for his skills, I think Arcane is kind of good for him. He has some knowledge about magic and is able to interact with some magic items, and deception, because he even deceives himself into thinking he is basically some sort of red dragon. As for the abilities, this is what was told to me, so we're kind of going whole min maxing, getting maximum charisma, dexterity and constitution. Let's not forget, as a draconic ancestor sorcerer, we get 1 extra hit point per level, and we have a base armor class of 13, so we don't need to learn mage armor if we want to have a decent armor class. So let's get into it. I'll show you the level ups and what items we have, and then show you how he plays. At level 2, I've been told to take Meta Magic Twins spell for fire orbs, chromatic orbs, and whatever else. So I've gone for extended spell and featherfall. This is so we can kind of pretend to be like a dragon with jumping around, we're not taking full damage. An extended spell is so he can jump around and, well, have featherfall for longer, so he can pretend to be a dragon for longer. At level 3, we get 1 more meta magic option, and I've been told to go for quickened spell. This is so we can just lob out more spells per turn. Scorching Rays and whatever else, but actually I'm quite happy with the spells we've got, so I'm going to leave it like this. Here at level 4, I've just been told to take an ability score improvement of +2 for charisma, which I have done, and then I get free choice of what else to do. There's nothing else said. So for the cantrips, I've just gone for Blade Ward. Dragons are hardy, so he's kind of thinking he can take a lot of damage if he has Blade Ward. And then I've gone for Detect Thoughts, because he wants to know what others are thinking, I suppose. And dragons are often very insightful, and this is his way of becoming insightful, is actually kind of cheating and just casting a spell. Blade Ward can link up with extended spell if he wants to. There we are, that's his level 4 level up screen. And at level 5, I don't think this was unexpected at all, we take Fireball, and he's going to replace Jump with Fly, so he can fly around like a dragon and rain down fire from above. And I picked Jump because Featherfall can affect the whole group at once, whereas Jump is just a single creature, just like Fly is a single creature, so I thought that would probably be the best spell to replace, but we still want some use for our level 1 spell slots that isn't just Chromatic Orb. And now we have 42 hit points. I thought I'd show you the items now, since I've got all the items that I was told to get. So I have used Volo's Eye, so my charisma is 20 and my intelligence is now 7. We've picked up the Circlet of Fire, which will give us an extra bonus action. We've also got the Gloves and Flint and Steel, so when we do hit people with fire damage, they must take a Constitution saving throw or start burning. And the Ring of Fire I was also told to take, so when you deal fire damage, you do an additional 1 fire damage, so we're adding up all this fire damage. We just left all the other slots open, so I picked up the Ring of Colour Spray just because it's a free spell to have once per battle, and we can actually link it with Extended Spell. The Amulet of Elemental Torment, which doesn't actually seem to be working, but I think it actually fits very nicely with the build. The idea would be to stand in some fire and then use something like Fireball to make everyone burn, as well as take all the fire damage. The Spider Step Boots, just because that's what I came across, to be honest. Creden's Grace, a tiny bit more defense here, why not? If we're attacked, we get plus 1d4 bonus to saving throws. It's not the biggest bonus in the world, but it's alright. And Spell Thief, just in case Lae'zel knocks someone out and we want to get a spell slot back. So what we're going to do before we get on the boat, I think a lot of you might be able to work out what we're going to be doing here. I'm actually going to create a level... not a level, I'm going to create a sorcery point. And hopefully I'll show you why on the skiff. So here we go, where's the Sorcerer? Sorcerer almost goes next. Brilliant. So if we can shut down Jerris, I don't think we need to. I'm going to cast Bless. I've actually given Shadowheart the Staff of Arcane Blessing, which will actually help him potentially. So let's try and get at least 3 people here. He goes next. So saved. Right, here we go. So what we're going to do is cast Fireball, because why wouldn't we? We get ourselves a bonus action. We're then going to quicken. Fireball. Well, well, well. Look at that. We've now got 1 Tavagos left on 3 hit points. Obviously, I've used up 2 level 3 spell slots. Now, what is a bit strange is I now don't have 2 bonus actions. So I cast Fireball, I lost it, and I gained it. But I really only used 1 bonus action there. That seems to have messed up a little bit, but that's okay, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. But I think the point here is you can see that AoE damage is this dude's speciality. And we're going to get Gale to hopefully... yeah, he's got this. We got the Psychic Spark. Easy peasy. So after a long rest, I have found myself in another fight with the Duergar, or some Duergar. We are going to quicken Fireball. I've already got a bonus action because I started the fight with Chromatic Orb Fire, actually. Yeah, that used up both bonus actions. I don't really know why. That shouldn't be happening. It's a bit of a shame, but at least we can get 2 fireballs out. The idea was to have 2 fireballs and then use Scorching Ray against all these people. And the Amulet of Elemental Torment didn't work here. I don't know if it's just my game. Probably shouldn't be. If you guys can test it out, that'd be nice to know in the comments whether Amulet of Elemental Torment and the Circle of Fire working for you or not. So we've now got just 1 dude left. Fireball is the... oh no, we've still got Dana down there. So yeah, this is... I'll probably get the rest of the party to finish this guy off. That'll be easy enough. And that was that. Okay, I'm back here because I want to show that I did... well, it's not a mistake, but when I started combat with Chromatic Orb and it gave me a second bonus action, it wasn't really there. So what we're going to do is restart without having this bonus action at the beginning. And I want to give Tavagos his time of day, so I'm just going to skip this first turn. So let's start off with a quickened Fireball. We get our bonus action. We're going to quicken it again. And if anyone's remaining, which they are, we're going to use Scorching Ray, which just does so much damage. Oh, that dude's just out of range. Actually, I might be able to sort that out. At least I'll give it a go. 1 down there, that's for sure. Oh, just out of range. Well, he's going to take a whole metric buttload of damage. And he got a hit because we had a very high chance to hit because of our +5 Charisma, Bless, Mistress Blessing, High Ground. And the damage was 2d6 +1 because of Burning Fury. He died. He didn't take any damage from the fact we had the gloves on. It doesn't look like anyone started burning, actually, which is a bit sad. The whole point of this build is that we can do burst AoE damage. Yes, we've used up all our spell slots. Level 3 spell slots anyway. But there are so many camp supplies out there and packs we can pick up that it shouldn't really be much of a problem. I doesn't have a weapon anymore. So if you're looking to walk over some of these encounters, this is a pretty good chance. Pretty good build for it. As I was preparing for this battle, I was trying to give myself more sorcery points. But Lae'zel may have shoved someone off and then the fight started before I could do that. And my sorcerer got knocked back by an arrow of Roaring Thunder, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we're going to sort this out. We're going to quicken Fireball for ourselves. Just here. Destroyed one of them was the eye. Nearly killed Draw. And then we've got the chance to use Scorching Ray. 1, 2, 3. Lovely, got a critical hit there. That was a miss. And I used up my bonus action, which is very sad. It's a bit, the order of the bonus actions and actions is a bit messed up. Maybe I should have actually quickened my spell first, but that seemed to use up my bonus action, which shouldn't be happening. So the Circle of Fire is a little bit broken, I would say. I mean, not in a good way. We should probably be using our bonus actions first, quicken spells first if we're going to, and then carry on. This time, it might be a bit of a waste in some battles, but this time I'm going to quicken Scorching Ray. In the assumption we're going to get rid of Sergeant Thrin.
Light on my feet.
And then in the hope that I might be able to see these two with perhaps a lovely Fireball. And I can't quicken anymore, I've got no more sorcery points. And one thing to bear in mind with this particular battle is the gnomes get upset if you destroy any of these containers. So if you don't want to fight the gnomes, try and avoid doing that. And perhaps instead, I can use maybe a level 2 Chromatic Orb. Be nice to hit one of them. Right, I'm going to go back to Fireball. Stuff it. Who cares about most of these containers? Oh, and we knocked someone out of invisibility. And so on the next turn, we've now run out of level 3 and level 2 spell slots. I can either go for Elder Brithvar, although he's got a lot more hit points and there's a lower chance to hit. With Bless and Mistress Blessing and a 20 in Charisma, the chances to hit with the Scorching Ray are very high. So, just gone. We get the extra +1 burning damage. I'm guessing he passed the Constitution saving throws from his gloves. And perhaps if you're really feeling aggressive, you can use a Potion of Speed to then give you an extra action to cast. I'm going to use a Potion of Healing because I'm actually a bit hurt. And you know what? Let's just do it. Potion of Speed. And we can knock out another spell. Now I am running out of spell slots. Let's just keep going with this theme of fire. We'll try and get Elder Brithvar. It's a bit sad the damage is a tiny bit low because, well, yeah, it was just 7 on 2d8 +1. At this point, though, if I'm aiming for single person, I would have been better to use Firebolts because that is 2d10 +1 damage rather than 2d8. The downside to this build is once we've used up our level 2 and 3 spell slots and we've got a single target left, we're not so good anymore. We're okay, we can still use Firebolt, but we're not going to get as many bonuses from that, although they failed their Constitution saving throw for the Burning Fury. We've got 2 actions, we'll try again, just do as much damage as we can. Do you know what, we've done quite well there, haven't we? The gloves, these gloves of flint and steel have actually procced twice, and we've rolled 3 +1, because the gloves and the ring do work together. And, well, I did have a Potion of Speed here, so I wouldn't normally be able to do 2 Firebolts. But if we are hasted in any way, I suppose every character gets good, don't they? We'll get Shadowheart to finish this off, I think. In perhaps a spectacular fashion, since we're going with fire. Just get out the range of Tavagos there. Uh-oh. Is this going to work? And he's moved as far as he can move. Right, Tavagos is going to get hurt by this. He might go down, but we can just get him back up. We can long rest. It's not a problem. And you need to decide whether doing things like this are worth it or not. Wait, why isn't this working? It's all very strange. He doesn't seem to want to cast Glyph of Warding. Right, let's try Guiding Bolt instead. Nope, that's not working. Sickle Flame, no. Shadowheart has just stopped casting. I don't know why. Just in case, I'll stop concentrating. I doubt it's that. I'm just going to have to skip a turn. Very strange. Right, we'll let them burn. Okay, that's kind of fine, except for the problem with Shadowheart. So, do I like this build? Yes, I do. I mean, this is completely min-maxed. We've gotten rid of minimized strength, intelligence, and wisdom because we don't tend to use them, although wisdom is obviously good to have for saving throws. We've maximized our offensive, and there's kind of one of the defensive stats here, Constitution. And one nice thing, I didn't say it earlier, sorcerers get proficiency in Constitution. So Tavagos here has got a +6 to their Constitution saving throws, so they can keep concentrating quite well. Our Christmas 20, we're going to be hitting things. They're going to be failing saving throws against things like Fireball, and a high enough dexterity that we've got a half decent armor class here, 16. Not the best, but we're just a ranged normally squishy magic class. We're a sorcerer, but as a dragon bloodline sorcerer, we've got loads of hit points. That 42 is almost as much as Lae'zel. Anyway, thank you to, hopefully I might pronounce this wrong, thank you to Aurelia M. Thank you very much. Sorry it's taken such a long time. I've had other videos to make, but I didn't forget about it. Let me know what you thought of this build. Would you make some changes? Because I did fill in some of these spells. I haven't really been using them. I just filled them in for the sake of it, really. And what other items would you give to the Sorcerer? And do you like the fact we have to take lots of long rests? I don't tend to, but if I was going to use this build to its full potential, I think I would. So if you want to share your ideas, you can send me an email. You could join my Discord or leave a comment down below. I do have channel membership if you're interested. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.